bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now.
It's time for the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are in a city that sure had its share of memorable playoff games in the past. Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On first down. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They will run for the first time here with White. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 31 yards there and a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, echo.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. Gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They go right back to White here on first down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 13-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Stop your whining. Check 13. Check 13.
First carry for James Conner. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He gets it to Brown, complete. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a give, right side. Muhammad, he'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now, Muhammad. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. The rookie from Michigan there defensively. That's Devin Bush making the play.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra, even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Earl Thomas in on the stop.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 19-yard line.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready? Black 80. He's down right here. Down on the right. Down on the right. 4 down. 4 down. Check. 4 down. 4 down. Snickers. 66. He's checking. He's Pilot. 64. Weak. Easy, easy. Hey, Alpha. Switch gears. Switch gears. Easy, easy.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Roethlisberger. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Back, back, back.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Pretty quiet, D. Pretty quiet. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Here's Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Next to score, Steelers 17, Ravens nothing.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the carry, it's Muhammad. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Check three. Showing it. Hey, watch out.
To throw on 3rd down. Jackson buying time to his left. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for the Ravens. 59 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game at the end.
Flush to his right. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. The first throw for the backup, Griffin. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Tucker's kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now White. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
That's a gain of 8.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point seeding.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Griffin. Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
Here we go, here we go. 180. Shit.
1st down, here's White. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 5 now. Roethlisberger, he completes it to Jones. A gain there of 21 yards.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
On 1st and 10 is counted. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They come out here in the eye.
Check 56. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run. This is White. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Griffin. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Switch. Hey, run through. Watch the
They go again with Muhammad. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
To throw is RG3. Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check 52. 6 guard. Check 6 guard. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Watch safety green. Watch safety green.
Out of the gun, Griffin. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 8-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Strong left. Check. Luther,
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
watch right. All day.
On third down, Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 54 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
Brings up second and 11 at the 34-yard line.
On second and 11 now. Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 17 yards out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the toss, here's White. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
It's our field. It's our field. Show that bench release and go. Mike's 22.
Roethlisberger now to throw on third down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, this from 53. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Now, to be frank, a silly penalty there trying to block the field goal, and that leads to a fresh set of downs. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Why they say? Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. Hey, I'm coming. I'm coming.
Here's White. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Ready? Black 20.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Roethlisberger. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, touch and time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, this from 34. Boswell's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This will be taken very short. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Check, crunch.
Now a give right side. Muhammad. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Come on, let's go. Wide, get wide. Slam. 25.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On the return, it's White. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now a toss play. This is White. Got some room at the 30. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
Check 56. Watch the backer. Smooth. Spike 56. Shoot.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Griffin. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks. So
in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's McSorley to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Jalen Ferguson. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And the Steelers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Now McSorley. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. He'll field this at the 5. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again. Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here we go. Here we go. Here. 64. Switch. Shift. Watch the shift. Neil. Check 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Muhammad. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Mika Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Ready?
That one looks like he'll throw here. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.
I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real what's round them. Only got it take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come in handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. Better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made a killing and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made a killing and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people.